ABAI's facilitating the visual effects community, very, very efficiently. The amount of people that we have showcasing here today, ranging from features that are shown from overseas and local, not only just local to the industry here, but also nationally. Very impressive, the amount of not just the attendees, but also the quality of the talent who are coming and showcasing is really, really, really nice.
It was great. It's been quick. I wish I could have spent a little more time, but no, it's a great venue and a great audience, and there's a lot of enthusiasm, which is always exciting. But the reaction was really great, and I was really honored to be here and be a part of it. And I loved going around and seeing. I saw some of the animation that people were doing. 30-hour. I always love those kinds of 30-hour. Assignments, so that was really cool.
Every year it's becoming bigger, greater, and I think it is one of the fantastic platform in India available to interact with the professionals, at the same time students. I see a lot of energy here. The kind of session they're conducting this year is really outstanding.
This is my first time to ABAI, and I think it's a great platform for the students as well as professionals to be part of this kind of festival where the leaders from the profession actually come and share their work around. I think the most important part is the government actually supporting this, where my primary thing is, my feeling is, if the government is supporting this career of VFX and animation, the parents kind of will be supporting this also.
My experience has been great so far. The amount of enthusiasm and passion coming from all the attendees as well as the speakers have been fantastic. I'm the jury for the hackathon, and I've noticed a lot of the participants are very bright. A lot of them are very interested and involved with the problem.
Organizations like ABAI, when they conduct a festival or an animation conference like this, it's really trying to engage all the talent that's out there that is interested in this industry. There was a crowd of 800 plus people, and it was really nice how interested they were in knowing more about Walt Disney Animation Studios and the kind of work that goes into maybe making a movie like Zootopia.
The key evolution in an event like this is the support it gets from the government and local organisations, because it's possible to put on an event with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of volunteers, but it won't grow unless industry and local government really support it, because then it can become an institution, it can grow and evolve every year, whereas otherwise every year you're running just to try and make it happen. So to me that's the big move forward, that it's beginning to be really established as an organisation.
This whole thing is bigger than I thought it would be. It's more diverse than I thought it would be. The ones I've seen in the UK and been a part of have been much more about how does some entity put on a show that actually makes a profit, which I don't get the same feeling that that's the goal here, and this is much more of an educational kind of feedback kind of thing that's much more interesting to me.
I was saying to some of the people who brought me over here how impressed I was just walking around, with just the sheer numbers of people that were here, and some of the different, like one thing I haven't seen before at any of the festivals I've been to were, I love that you have like the sculpting competition and the painting competitions and the animation ones. I think that's such a brilliant idea, like to make people think on the spot. Because it's exactly like what the job is. It's like you get an assignment and sometimes you have a day or two to turn it around. In this case,
I hope I can make it next year, and the only thing I would say that I'd want to see more of is just larger scale. I feel like they are operating well already. I hear there's thousands of participants this year, which is wonderful. Let's hope to see that grow more and see more sessions and talks and screenings.
Next year definitely I'll be here. Even if I'm not invited, I'll like to be here to attend and see what goes on, especially in terms of professionals and in terms of students. I think a lot of positive energy going on here.
But this has been very, very neatly planned. I've had guys catching up with me in advance. I mean, it was several months back which I was initially, invited, which at that particular point my shooting schedule couldn't do it. so I had to pull out. And then about 2-3 weeks back, I managed to, the shooting schedule changed. I managed to get back in, and they've been chasing up, neatly building up to it. So if the guys are organizing at that level of detail, then this obviously is going to also be, is going to run smooth as silk. It's going to be pretty cool.
Next time they can have instead of a one-to-one section, they can actually see people sitting together and discussing about the way different industries work or different directors work or different projects and share their information.
I would love to see even more participation of other studios across the world, and it would be so nice, and more participation from Bollywood. We make such amazing films. More things about what story writing, screenplay, filmmaking, and things like that.
I would like to see more international films being shown, because I'm so lucky because I go to all these film festivals and I get to see these absolutely amazing films, often made by independent studios, which I think are really inspiring.
I really thought it was interesting hearing about how people who are here are doing this, the studio in Hyderabad, for example. And so to the extent that there are local studios, and local could be Chennai for all I know, but like studios from within India, I think I would love to see more of those guys come and talk about how they make this work.
We just say, obviously, work on the speakers that you have coming out here. It seems like a little bit of everything was here. I really don't know what else I could tell you to bring in here, because it seems like you guys already have a handle on all the different facets of visual effects and where the next steps of filmmaking is going with virtual reality, different types of storytelling media, animation, production design. Yeah, just keep your guests as varied as you have them.